Let me show you my countryside through these old headlights. We can take this road as far as you want to go.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in Liski Farm. Almost said the reviving of my uncle's farm, but no, we have renamed our place to Liski Farm. In any case, I urgently need to take care of my sheep. I don't know what happened. I thought I was on top of everything, and if I remember correctly, I actually had plenty of water and feed left in their trough, and when I checked the cameras, everything was gone today, so I definitely need to urgently fix that. It's also going to be the first time that I use my front loader with this tractor. So I'm gonna take one bale of hay over there and I'm gonna put the trailer on the back and use it to haul water. It's gonna be a water bowser. Look at that. Yay! Should I take two? Let me take two bales. Better to be on the safe side than ran out of everything again. And look at that, we can haul two bales at the same time without even... Whoa! Okay, I wanted to say without even struggling, but I almost flipped the tractor. Yeah. Let's lower them down. Put the beacon on, and I need to refill the water bowser. I have the van all loaded up with my fruits and veggies. That's all ready for transport to all the places I need to visit to sell my goods. But on the other hand, I can wait because animals are first, of course. I also need to refeed or top up the feeding trough for our cows, and I also need to top up the feeding trough for the chicken. Oh, actually lost the bale. Must have slipped off. Okay, yeah, this should be good. Beacon is on, and I will see you at the sheep pen. Come on, come on. That's right. Yeah, this setup is a bit bigger than I'm used to, so it's gonna take some time for me to get used to this size. Okay, so let's do this. Again, I'm not exactly sure what happened. I guess the grass got all frozen up so they don't have any meadow and they focused on munching. Come on, out of the way, sheep. Ooh. What are you doing? It looks like it looks like the sheep is squaring up with me. Please don't. Please don't. Okay, this one a bit further in. Okay, this should keep the sheep fed for a while, I think. And also, let's give them water. Good. Okay, so our sheep have water, they have feed or food. Now I need to come back with the van and load up the wool pallet, because I don't really have any way to transport it right now. And take everything to their designated sell points. And look at that, it's turning into such a beautiful day today. Yeah, it really is something. The spring is here. The trees have started sprouting leaves and whatnot, so yeah, my favorite time of the year. Okay, so while I have this tractor on, I will take care of two more things. And one is I'm gonna transport milk from the cow pen, and I'll also turn off the beacon. And I also put some grain into the chicken feeding trough. And after that, the only thing that needs to be taken care of regarding animals is making 2 or 3 mixes of PMR for the cows. And then we can call it a day. Yeah, so since the tractor almost done a front wheelie, I am... that trailer. I am thinking of putting some wheel weights onto this tractor. I'm not sure if I can even get them, but I shall try. Oh nice, we have 610 liters of milk. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Let's put it in our dairy. Come on. Okay. Just to make sure I don't scratch the van. And look at that. Yeah. This tractor really has a very tight turning circle and I love it. And I can also see that I have left the Massey Ferguson straight in the way. Ah, classic. Isn't this just classic? So I guess I'll use the Massey Ferguson for this job. Probably gonna be one of the last jobs the Massey does. Because I will put it out of commission. Sounds very rough, but actually I will restore it, and I'll have it as a trophy tractor, as an ornament. Yeah, you know, the main difference, well, the main other difference than the actual carrying capacity of this front loader to the one on the New Holland, what's it called, is that when I raise and lower this one, it actually turns with the front loader arm. But when I do that on the New Holland, it actually stays level to the ground, or it has the same orientation towards the ground as it had in a lower position. So it's a lot easier to handle certain bales and stuff like that. But yeah, okay. In any case, I'm gonna load up the wool pallet. I'm gonna put her in here at the back, and we'll see you at the spinnery. Oh, I left the van running. Whoops. In any case, I'll see you at the spinnery. Yeah, so I want to point out the amount of money I have in my bank account. It's only 2,344 pounds. So, yeah, it's not the first time I came very low, or gotten very low on my bank account, but I have risen it up by 1,602 pounds. Whew. Yeah. Thanks to the Frank, the sheep farmer, who actually gave me the sheep, because those sheep are bringing in money. Yeah. They really are worth a lot. And they really don't take a lot, you know. Hay and water, it's not... it's not too much. So yeah, it's perfect. In any case, I'm gonna refill the vending machines and I will see you when I'm at the pub, when I sell the rest of the veggies and fruits. So we can admire our new bank account state. Yeah. And after that, I believe I'm gonna take the Fendt and I'm gonna take it to the store to get it modified for the front weight or for the front hydraulics. And in the meantime, I do need to think about how I'm gonna seed both fields. I need to put barley in today. This is the last day I can actually do it, so yeah. You know what I could do? Oh wow, it's not such a dumb idea, I think. Now that I have two fields, I think I'm gonna put one field of barley, because I need it for the chicken feed. But the other field, I believe I'm gonna put oat in. Or is it soybeans? I have to check, because my dairy can actually produce soybean or oat milk. I'm not sure which exactly, so I'm gonna have to check. And after that I'm gonna put probably the other field, the smaller one over there. I'm gonna put the crop that is not barley in there. Let's say it like that. In any case, I'll see you at the pub. Okay, another 1,158 pounds for the from the pub, and we are sitting at a 5,079. Decent amount, judging that we started with what, 2,300, something like that. Yeah, so perfect. It means I'm gonna have enough money to do the modification on the Fendt tractor. And yeah, well, let's go take care of that. And after that, there's gonna be the seeding session. Good, all parked up. Now I did forget one thing in the meantime, then that is I need to feed my cows. There's always something going on, isn't there? But in any case, it shouldn't take us too long to do it. Maybe 3 loads. And now that I have this front loader, I think it's gonna be quite a fast job. Because I can take 2 bales at the same time. Okay. Alright, right. Let's hook her up. Okay. Everything is running now. 1 bale of each. And then top it up with straw. Roger, roger. Roger, roger. And we lift it Yes, we can, but barely. Not much, not much lifting power left. Or maybe the power is left, but there's not much of actual lifting capacity. Okay, now I need to get to the bales. Oh, right. Yeah. I forgot I bought the bale spike. Let's use it while we are at it. This sometimes happens when you are used to dealing with certain things constantly, and then there is a change introduced. It sometimes happens that you actually forget about the change. Yeah, I need to, you know what, I'm gonna take both of them down. I'm gonna pick one up and take it. This is gonna work. Such a bright sunshine. Yeah, I'm gonna shred half a bale in there, and actually I won't. It doesn't take half a bale. In any case, I will do probably 2 more loads, so I fill up with the whole feeding trough. And I will tag back in when I'm done, since we have so much to do today. I probably won't fit everything into the episode if I continue to show every little tiny detail and bit that I do. Okay, and empty. I want it empty. Come on. Yeah, I gotta figure this out. Give me a minute. Not sure what actually happened. I guess the hinge must got stuck. So it's unstuck now, and it's feeding the TMR to the cow trough, our feeding trough. As I said, I'm gonna do this until the feeding trough is full, and I will see you after that when something new happens. But I only put 2 loads in. It was basically almost full, a little bit of space left, but I didn't want to push it. In any case, I'll go to the store to get... Oh, look at that. We have our butter ready. Good. Where was I? Yeah, I'll go to the store and I get the front 3-point link installed. It shouldn't take long. Maybe an hour and a half or 2, since these do come pre... How should I say? They're made to fit. So there is no need for much fabrication to make it fit, and it can be put on the tractor quite easily. The toughest part, as I understand, is getting the hydraulics to work, but it shouldn't be too much, you know. Usually these tractors are built with everything pre-made, and then the setup you get has some things attached and others are just empty sockets, so to speak. So I hope this is gonna be a quick job, because it's already noon and I still have so much to do. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with it. Alright, I believe they're gonna do the modification in this bay. There's the welding stuff on this side, and Well, I guess it's on that side also, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. And I'll take a cab. I'm gonna take a cab back home. And I'll return back here when I am all sorted out. In the meantime, I will make some more of seed, so I can then simply dump it into the seeder and go into the fields. There is rain forecasted for today, but I believe we're gonna be okay. Oh look, a zetor. Or a zetor. So it turns out that I can make both. I can make oat drink or I can make soy drink. Those are basically both substitutes for regular milk. And you know, it doesn't sound too bad. And because oat actually gives me straw, I think I'm gonna opt out for oat in that small field. Bit too much. I need to dump 6 liters because I can only put 300 liters in the seed maker. The seed maker is right here. Good. Now I have checked the cow pen and we actually have 2 male calves. They are gonna get sold when they grow up into heifers or young bulls. I think I can leave it here. Let's run this operation. Yeah, it's a very nice thing that I have this seed maker. I can produce basically everything at home on the farm. Such a cool thing. I always wanted to be self-sufficient, you know, so I don't have to rely on outside sources to make things happen, and here we are. Okay, that is all sorted out. Now let me just dump it out. And I'm gonna leave the tractor right here, and I'll take the... Perfect. I'll put butter under cover. Since there is rain forecasted, I really don't want that butter to be destroyed by water. And I'll also put this one under cover. It doesn't have a cab, so yeah, it's better to put it in the shed. And after this I'll get another cab, go back to the vehicle store and get the Fend. Good. Everything seems to be going according to plan. Good. 700 pounds later and we have this front hydraulic. Beautiful. Now, since I'm here at the store, I do want to have a quick stop over there at the shop and see if they have any front weights worth having. And granted, I do have that barrel weight, but I just wonder, you know. Let's see if they have anything good in stock. Well, I have bought a weight. It's actually a Fendt branded one. So I'm pretty happy with this. Look at that. It says Fendt. I know it's kind of hard to see, but it does say Fendt. And it has a rope attached to it, so if I need to pull something out of somewhere, I can do it easily. But there's another thing that they introduced to me, and I will be back in a jiffy. So another 1,500 pounds later, I got this battery-powered blower. And I don't know if you remember, but I often spoke about how it's not very good to wash your tractors with water all the time, because the water gets in the joints and it freezes and it rusts and stuff like that. And they actually offered me this, so I can clean my tractors with the blower. You know, to blow all the dust away, the dirt from inside, all the creases and edges, and look at that, it clears. It actually clears up. The machine, I'm so happy. Ooh. In any case, yeah, perfect. I love it. I really love it. I didn't expect I'm gonna spend, well, 2,500 for the weight and the blower, and another 700 for the front 3-link mount. Look at that, we actually have all the weight that we need. Maybe a bit too much. It is 1,250 kilos or 1.25 tons. But when I have the implement on the back, I believe it's gonna be quite perfect. I'm so happy with the blower, you know. It's just a find like that can make your day, and it really made my day. So no more water washing. Everything's going to be blown off. Well, of course, there will still be washing with water, but not as much. Not as much as it has been until now. I will say the tractor is handling pretty well with the weight in front. I was expecting more trouble, but I guess not. I guess I chose correctly. So if for some jobs this weight is too heavy, I can always use the barrel weight, which I believe is only 400 kilos. Or somewhere in that vicinity. But yeah, so it's 1:30 p.m. and I need to hook up the seeder. If I'm not mistaken, it's waiting right here. So it is. Yeah, look at this weight. Doesn't it look nice? Okay, are we low enough? I guess we are. Easy does it. Yeah, and now the tractor really feels like it's balanced out correctly. Okay, let me refill the seed. And then we go into the fields. Does it? Don't wanna spill everything or anything on the ground. Perfect. I hope I have enough materials, enough seed in the hopper to actually fulfill both fields, to seed them up. But we'll see. We will see. Or we shall see. Oops. I should first put the cover on, shouldn't I? Okay. And we have wheat already. I probably want to start on that side because it's it has a better edge that I can follow. Okay, it seems like it's working. And this is going to be my day. When I'm done with this field, I need to empty out the hopper and I need to reconfigure the seeder for oat. And then I can go to that last field. Now, I have been reading about, and supposedly if you roll the field after you have seeded it, there is less chance of just patch with it. There is less chance of getting weeds. Now, this is an unconfirmed information, so I'm not sure if this really works. And I think I don't have enough time this year to actually try it. I'm gonna have to do some kind of weed removal, I guess. But it is something to think about, you know. And if it's true, if I get a roller of some sort for the fields, it might be actually a way better idea than to go over with the Gorin's weeder, since it kind of has issues. It doesn't want to work. It doesn't want to work as I expect it to work. Let me phrase it that way. Yeah, I think we're gonna make quick work of these fields. And it's so much better to do it from in the cab than sitting outside. Great. Good, this field is all finished. Now I need to unload the seed, reconfigure this for oat. And I do think... Let me just check before I do anything else. I do think I'm gonna have to get oat seed from the store. So we have lime and we have Korenkali. Solid fertilizer. I don't think there's any seed over here. No, as I thought, there is none. So I'm gonna have to make a stop at the vehicle shop and get a pallet of seed. Let me just unload this. Yeah, look at that, that is wheat seed. Okay, so how do I do this? Because I don't think I can fit the whole big bag of seed into this hopper. This is simply too small. So what might be a better idea is, well, I definitely need to get this under cover. That's the first thing. I'm gonna put it here, where all the seeds are gonna be. And I think I'll have to go to the store with car and trailer and bring back the oat seed. And I forgot about that, you know, that I had to get another type of seed or another type of crop. Logic was never my strong suit. Oh man, I still remember, and I still have flashbacks to school when we had logic tests. And there was this one particular test I failed like a champ, like a champ. And I didn't understand for years why I failed it. Let me tell you about it. So the question was, if I'm 6 years old and my sister is 3 years old, how old is my sister if I'm 70? And my mind flow was, well, duh. I am I am 70 and my sister is half my age, which means that my sister is 35. Get it? If I'm 6 and my sister is 3, she's half my age. And if I'm 70, how old is my sister now? Well, 35. It is definitely not the correct answer. Oh man. And I didn't understand for years why that's not so. But yeah, of course, if she is 3 years younger and I'm 70 and she's, you know, 67 now, not 35. My math didn't math. In any case, I'm gonna use the tractor to go get the seed. Since I'm already in the vehicle, and yeah, I'll see you at the store. Well, another 800 gone. Pounds, I mean. And not in weight, in money. I am getting pretty close to bankrupting. I might have overextended myself with the weight and the front link for the tractor, so I sincerely hope I'm gonna have enough to go through the night and to pay the loan and everything that needs paying. I know I will put some money back into the bank account quite soon, the next morning, the next day, but still, I might have overextended. Well, if I have, it's going to be a learning curve or a learning thing. Let's throw a strap over it, and away we go. back on the farm, I have set this to successfully spread oat seeds. They are just a little different size and shape than seeds from wheat that I had in previously. So now I believe I'm gonna... No, I need to uncouple the trailer first. Oh, that's a mess. Luckily, it can't go far. Okay. Let's take the weight off. I should have put the weight further in front of the axle, but it's fine. We make it work. And look at that, fixed. While I was at the store, I did ask about the wheel weights, and it's 1,700 pounds for this tractor. So I can get them. This is good news. But they are fairly expensive, which is a bad news. On the other hand, I do believe I can afford it, but maybe, just maybe, I'll wait a couple months before I do anything drastic, because I am running very low on the front of money, so money-wise. Okay, fill her up. So, as I thought, it didn't take the whole bag. I'm gonna leave it here. Let's close this. Ooh, beacon off. I don't want to have the dead battery. A dead battery. When I'm back. Put the cover on and let's continue to the other field. And of course, beacons on. So we are safe. And I must say I'm pretty happy with the weather, you know. Rain was forecasted for most of the day. And it held out. I don't know what to say, but it held out. So yeah, this is a pretty good thing. I might even be able to seed this field without any water, or not, you know. Doesn't really matter since I have a cab now. Yeah, always have to be, well, not have to, but it's good if you're grateful for things going your way. But I will say that this tractor with the front weight really looks like a beautiful thing now, doesn't it? Good. But let's make this happen. In the end, I haven't escaped. Please excuse my my English. I wanted to say that in the end, I haven't escaped the rain, but I think the field is pretty much done. I just need to fix this little part. That was just a little bit too wide, and then I need to go around the headland and I'm done. And I've used around, well, just under a third of the actual hopper. So let's see, can I... No, I think I'm gonna have to make 2 passes to make this work, to make a clean edge. Yeah, I have said it and I'll say it again, I am very happy that I have a cab now. It's a really good thing when it's raining. You know, I would survive without it, but if I have the option to be protected like this, of course I want to take it. And since everything is gonna be wet when I bring it back to the farm, I think I'm gonna leave the seeder and the tractor as they are and simply put them in the barn to dry off. And I'm gonna make sure they are all clean and emptied out tomorrow. I don't want to leave any seed in the hopper for too long, because if moisture gets in and if the seed sprouts roots, I'm gonna be in big trouble. Okay. Okay, let's go with this edge for a little bit, because I have missed some spots here and there on this side. And now for the last pass up the hill. Maybe 2 passes. Ain't exactly sure. But if I need to make 2, I'm gonna make 2. It's probably better to be safe than sorry, right? Yeah, and the tractor is behaving so much better with the front weight. So I am extremely happy with the modification I made, even though it did cost me a lot of money. And I am back at the beginning. You know, I started this day with 2,300 and I'm back to 2,300. It's fine. It's fine. I have another pallet of butter ready for the vending machine, which is going to help immensely with refinancing my bank account. But yeah, it's quite a storm out there. Quite a storm. Okay, let's turn you off. And I am also very grateful for the cowboy hat that I use all the time. Because as you might have noticed, I am wearing glasses, spectacles. And wearing a hat like that in the rain will drastically improve the dryness of your glasses, and thus improve visibility. Okay, let's set the cruise control back to its highest. So this tractor has a very high speed, 55 kilometers an hour. That's more than 30 miles an hour. Nothing to be ashamed of. And knew how to make a good tractor. We have everything. We have maneuverability, we have comfort, we have strength, we have power. And we have speed. So truly this tractor is all-rounder. Excuse me, police officer. So yeah, this is gonna be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. I hope you had fun, and we'll see you next time. Take care and goodbye.